Broadcasting live from an Airstream somewhere in Tornado Alley, bringing you the people, places, and stories from the Panhandle to the Red River. This is your Only in Oklahoma show.
And welcome to the show. Today we're discussing the one in Enid, Oklahoma, and later in the show, Tulsa is looking for an artist. I'm Brett.
And I am Harley.
I'm going to start using, once you tell me to do, here's something I've learned. Once you tell me to do something creative, I just can't stop doing it.
So, you're ridiculous, and that's the show.
Explain. See, when you say, I need you to work on your voices, now that's all I'm going to want to do. You have to understand what I do when I'm at home. I go into the washroom, true story. I put my head in the washer, and I go, this is Optimus Prime. If you're hearing this, let's roll out. I mean, I do stuff like that all the time. Being asked
if you're going to be in the bathroom and you're going to do your Optimus Prime voice and you're going to use the word roll out, I think
push out.
Toilet paper roll out makes a lot more sense.
The constipation-a-cons. I've been under attack by the constipation-a-cons lately.
So last week we talked about, was it last week or the week before? I'm not sure. The B.C. Clark jingle.
The week before.
So my dentist is in Lawton. And we discussed people in Lawton not knowing the B.C. Clark anniversary sale song because they don't have Oklahoma television stations.
Uh-huh.
So I asked my dental hygienist. She does know, but she doesn't live in Lawton.
See, if you're a transplant, doesn't count. You got to be talking to the ones that have been there that are lifers, Lawton lifers. And so the thing about that is there's a fair amount of Lawton, what do they call them, Lawtoners? Lawtoneers.
If I had to guess, if I was gonna decide, I would call them Lawtonites.
Lawtonites. That's another show altogether. But you're going to have a fair amount of people from Lawton too that are transplants from the military that spend a lot of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's fair, but it almost feels like universal to me. Like when I hear people in our great state of Oklahoma that don't know it, it just feels weird. But see, like I said, we need raw data. We can't just ask people that are, just new to town. You can't.
Well, today's show is about the one in downtown Enid, Oklahoma, and not talking about Neo.
See, we did the thing. I really, truly, I know we got to start the show. I have a matrix thing. So I take I-240 to Sunny Lane every morning. Okay. Now, when you're on a residential street, you kind of know how
am I cutting this out of the intro? Are you just talking right
now?
No,
you mentioned Matrix. Why is it every time I get off at the Sunny Lane exit, doesn't matter what time, the light changes to red every single time?
It's a glitch in the Matrix.
Maybe, well, I was going to say maybe this show will explain it, but since you've already dispelled that the one is not in fact the one, it's another one. Let's talk about it.
So, I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but for the past few years, Enid has had one of the largest Christmas trees in the whole damn world.
Yeah, and I saw pictures of them erecting the tree. This thing is huge.
I think this year's tree is 102 feet tall.
I thought the Rockefeller tree was 102 feet.
According to the news sources that I have found, the Norway spruce that goes into the New York City's Rockefeller Center is shorter than this tree.
Really?
Yes. I think I've seen it as high as 140 feet.
Uh-huh.
But 102 feet is still huge. And they call this the Christ tree. That's back in Enid for the third straight year.
Mm-hmm.
They've added a lot more different experiences to downtown Enid this year.
Yeah.
But this tree is decorated with 20,000 lights.
Gosh.
And 10,000 ornaments.
That's a Clark Griswold tree. 100,000 twinkling lights.
Yeah, you know the power plant has to flip the auxiliary nuclear switch when you light this tree up.
For sure.
The one in downtown Enid, they've got activities all around the tree. They have performances. They have ice skating. They have a brand new light show. And this stuff changes regularly. So you can go one day,
and it's this.
And go the following day and you will have a different experience, different performances, different music.
Wow.
But they have music and light shows from 6 to midnight every night.
Man, that's great hours. A lot of things shut down at, 10.
And like I said, this changes on a regular basis. They have basically a new show every week.
Wow.
So you could go 4 times in the month of December and have 4 different experiences.
Can we put WoW on there? Can we put WoW on the list of things that can't be said?
On the list of things that we say too often on this show?
Yes.
I don't know.
WoW.
Do we say WoW too much?
I do. I say WoW, and that's crazy, which I've learned is dismissive. Oh, that's crazy. I feel guilty when I say that when people tell me something like, that's crazy, which means, That's the same. That's the equivalent. Crazy is the, That's your is when I say crazy. Just know if I say crazy,
I don't say
it means I'm not
on the show.
Well, I know, but just know if I say crazy, that's crazy, that I'm really not listening.
That tracks.
That
So the one Christmas event, event.
Nice. There's no way around it.
No. They also have opportunities to see some reindeers, camels, that sort of thing for the kids.
Yeah.
Which I'm a big fan of the petting zoo activities for the younger kids. I know when your kids, I don't have any kids that qualify anymore, but you do.
Yeah,
you have kids.
I do have kids.
That if they got to touch a camel, they would be
over
stoked.
the moon.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then obviously Santa's going to make an appearance during the festivities on a regular basis.
He better.
102 feet tall tree. I'm just glad that it's not indoors like Clark Griswold.
Right, yeah. Yeah, 102 feet. Yeah, that is a big ass tree. And what a way, and that's the thing. If you're going to have a tree that's 102 feet, that's your A game. You got to bring it with the other stuff, with the activities. You build around that. It's like any other Christmas display. There's always the one thing. There's the marquee thing, and you build from that. Like we talked about the Christmas shoot last week. We've talked about the Festival of Lights and what they do, and different places that do petting zoos. What a great opportunity. You have the one. And if you're going to say the one, if you're going to say this is Jesus's tree, it's got to be
good.
It's got to be Old Testament, New Testament good, not study Bible. It's got to be
Wrath of God.
Right, Wrath of God.
Well, there are a lot of other activities in downtown Enid. We've covered a couple of them on our show. We've talked about the Enid Brewing Company, and we've talked about the Willow Inn Cafe. But a lot of the businesses have gone all out for Christmas this year. A ton of activities, a ton of fun.
Make your town look like it's open. You know what I mean?
Or if you're Enid, make your town visible from space.
Right. Give something that a family of condors could land on.
Well, if you want more information on the One in Enid, check out their website, theoneenid.com.
And coming up after the break, news for starving artists in Tulsa.
I'm Raven Rollins, and this is my Southern True Crime podcast where I discuss cases from my former hometown. Ada, Oklahoma paints itself as an average community, but its history of murder and corruption runs deeper than any story has ever told. You'll hear plenty of special guests, including authors and experts in their fields, who visit with me on each episode, as well as other cases in the southern states. With notorious and unknown cases alike, every victim sees the light on my show. This is Sirens, a true crime podcast.
So, news story from News on 6 out of Tulsa. Tulsa's searching for artists to create a piece for a Route 66 historical village.
I like it. I like anything street art. I like anything art. I like art in a museum, but man, give me a mural. Give me this right here all day long.
Apparently, Tulsa leaders are hoping that some new artwork will bring new life to the Route 66 historical village, and they're asking for help.
I feel like we are pioneers of the Route 66 movement. When we first started talking about this 4 years ago, remember when Route 66, things were starting to kind of percolate. They were trying to do this and we're going to do that. Man, it's really starting to take off.
You know, if you really put a time frame to our build up to the Only in OK show, I think you have to go back about 11 years. 10 or 11 years ago when we made our trip to the Grand Canyon. Gosh. And we spent so much time on Route 66.
Yeah.
I think it's been brewing since then.
Yeah, because even if I've kind of seen, like, for instance, when we went to Winslow, stood on a corner in Winslow, Arizona, I've had friends that have done, because I'm sorry, any person with a brain cell count of 3 stops in Winslow, Arizona and stands on the corner. If you don't, you're from another... Yeah,
you're not a real person.
You're a communist.
Or you're an alien. Like, you have no concept of the human society.
But since we've been there even, and again, it's not in Oklahoma, they've put a statue up.
Of me and you standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona?
But it's a movement that's happening across the country. But obviously we're seeing it more here because, let's be realistic, we have we sit in some pretty tall cotton. We've got the longest continuous stretch of Route 66. Of course, they're going to adorn it. Of course, they should revitalize it. And it looks like they're continuing to do it.
So apparently, the Route 66 Historical Village has the historic train depot, which is already a big tourist attraction. But they're looking for a 360-degree piece of art where visitors can come and take pictures. And again, I think that's kind of the whole Instagram thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's almost a necessity. Have something that you want to draw people in for tourism reasons.
Create that.
There has to be a thing there where people can get a good picture.
Well, and, a picture's worth 1,000 words, but if you can frame that to where, like you said, you can create, you and I could create a photo op in front of this aloe vera plant, but create a backdrop. Because again, the Instagram thing, we're still a selfie nation. We like to take pictures. If you're going to build a permanent photo booth, build a photo booth that is a tourist destination.
I think it's a great idea. And Tulsa apparently does as well because they are throwing $20,000 at this project. They're hoping to break ground on their new art display sometime in the coming spring.
Just in time.
We'll include a link in the show notes if you think you've got the right idea for this Route 66.
Or you're an artist.
But I'll include a link in the show notes to the story so you can get more information.
Absolutely.
It's time once again for listener feedback. Yeah.
Party time, excellent. Okay. Right. Excellent.
We do have some feedback for our Jinx, Oklahoma show, Kringle's Christmas Land, the Surely You Can't Be Serious podcast.
Yes.
Said, great episode today. I guess since I'm from Jinx, I need to go check this out. This is a problem that we run into a lot.
We don't know who he is?
Right. Because you do this all the time on our social media where you say, I'm doing this, or I did that, or look at my feet.
I hate everything. And they're like, who does? Who knows? It could be either one of those guys. I've started putting Brett at the bottom of everything. I started today. Doing it.
Yeah, but
I'm going to guess that it's probably... Let's see if I had to guess which one it was. I would probably say Jason, if I was going to guess.
All right, so Surely You Can't Be Serious podcast. Great show, by the way. I listened to an episode, what was it, about ZZ Top?
Oh, the Eliminator album.
Yeah. Great episode. It was a lot of fun. If you guys are into 80s nostalgia at all, check out the podcast, Surely You Can't Be Serious. And guys, let us know who is from Jinx. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you guys have to start signing off on your stuff too. It's hard when you have your social media as an organization.
Well, yeah, and the other problem is, and they kind of started a game with it, but the Taste of Choctaw guys, there's Zach and there's Jason, and they'll put hashtag the other guy, and you have to guess who the other guy is. So
Which doesn't help at all.
Right,
actually.
I'll text Jason and go, okay, are you the one that hates chocolate starfish? I don't know if there isn't chocolate starfish. I was making something up. Sorry. There's no such thing as chocolate starfish. That is the name of a Limp Bizkit album. Chocolate starfish and the hot dog flavored water. You remember that one?
I don't know why we're talking
I don't
about
either.
that.
I don't either. Maybe I'm tired. Maybe I'm sleep deprived.
Shouldn't
If you
this-
have a recipe for a chocolate starfish or how to serve your hot dog flavored water, the best way to do that is what, Harley?
I'm not doing it. I'm not participating in this.
You're not
It's
participating?
a farce.
It's a farce?
You heard.
Okay, well, if you want to participate in our in recipe exchange, tis the season. We're all looking for something different to bring to the company Christmas party. You can do that by sharing an email with us at OnlyinOKShow@gmail.com because Facebook is still crippled.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what's going on with Facebook, but if you have feedback about the show or you want to send us down a rabbit hole to some new event happening in Oklahoma, shoot us over an email, OnlyinOKShow@gmail.com.
Absolutely. Well, this has been the Only in OK Show. New episodes every week. Rain, sleet, and did you know there's going to be they're saying an 8% chance of a white Christmas this year? 8%. The heat miser is in full effect this year, and I'm not happy. I'm Brett.
And I'm Harley, and we're out of here.
Peace.
How about you say it again like it's not the first time you've ever seen words written on a piece of paper?
You are about to embark on an extraordinary journey.
It was the night before Christmas.
This is the story of Stanley
No,
Ipkiss.
that's
For
not the one.
15 years, Harry Tasker's been leading a...
It's Christmas Eve in L.A.
Christmas Eve in LA. I can't, I have
Yeah,
to really,
that's...
in a world. I don't know if you have to be able to sustain it. It's got to be like this. Like Tortilla Man.
Yes. Do that.
In a world. In a land. In a town.
A little smaller. It's a comedian.
In a small cardboard box. One man.
Not one man.
Two men.
It's kind of a group.
Some random guy.
Well, that's not really what we're going for.
When everything you know is gone.
What are you talking about?
I just don't have
When
a
your
low
life
register.
is no longer your own.
This is not really the feel we're looking for.
On an outpost in the edge of space.
Chuck, it's about a comedy.
In a fortress guarded
Oh,
by
Chuck
monsters of
LaFontaine.
yore.
All right, not really big.
In a house with a small white picket fence.
What are you even talking about?
Now.
Now?
Later. Tomorrow.
Where are you going with this, bro?
A renegade soldier.
No.
A robot renegade soldier.
Oh my god, I hate you.
An AI-capable robot renegade soldier.
You're fired.
You're fired.
I'm serious. You're
I'm
fired.
serious. You're fired. Oh, shit. I'm fired? Well.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
I could do the upbeat guy like this.
Yeah, do that one. You're the creative one. Create.
I need to know. You haven't given me anything to work with.
I gave you the voice. No, God gave me the voice. Okay,
It was a
let's go.
gift from God. But what am I doing? You didn't say anything. You said I need you to...
I don't care.
In a
Just make
world
it work.
where tourism in Oklahoma is number one, two men set out to do the impossible.
Yes.
And do it only in Oklahoma.
Except you know the show is called Only in OK, right?
I know that, but and do it only in OK. But it sounds like in OK.
Yeah.
You ever... .com.
Yeah.
No. .com. Okay. Come join the zany adventures of Brett and Harley as they travel the state looking for steaks. It's the Only in OK Show. New episodes every week.
I like it. Except it should probably be cheeseburgers if
Okay.
we're going to be honest. We've talked about a few steaks on this show, but we
barely.
talked about
Well,
a lot of
A
hamburgers.
lot of cheeseburgers. Here's a couple guys that know their way around a cheeseburger. The Only in OK Show guys.
Here's a couple of guys you don't want. You want to make sure the food's locked up when these guys come to town.
Hide the food and hide your wives. It's the OnlyinOK guys.
They're kind of old. You don't have to worry about your wives. Be sure and leave a cheeseburger under the Christmas tree for Harley and Brett.
By the way, on a ho-hum, I was like, I'm going to go to OnQ. I usually get
you and OnQ.
No, wait a minute.
They need to sponsor us.
Now listen. Now listen here. Now that you've told me to do it, everything's going to be like, so I went to OnQ and I ordered something that never gets ordered by us ever.
I went to OnQ and ordered off the secret menu.
What you do?
No.
So I went into OnQ and I went to the grill. That's what it's called, the grill.
I know.
I went to the kiosk and I ordered a double cheeseburger with bacon, with onion, tomato, mayo, and barbecue. No, I did do that. What I wasn't expecting, I'm watching the guy put it together. How many places do you go where you order something you think relatively quick, where they take the time to put the mayo in the blah, blah, blah on both sides of the bread? How often? Ever. Like, you ever just take apart your hamburger from Brahms and look at it and go, I just paid $12. You ever done that? Mm. So anyway, he's doing perfect, like this
spiral.
Dude, he's proud. I can tell by what he's doing, he's proud of his job. So I just, instead of watching him put it together, I go sit down. I hear the bag crinkling and crunching up.
Hold on, there's a seating area at your OnQ?
On 104th. Damn sure is.
Really?
Yes. Because not all of them are like this. There's the one by my house on Santa Fe and I'm going to mess it up. Santa Fe and 104th. That might be it. Anyway, has a small seating area, but this one is a newer OnQ concept where you were there. Remember, because you was like, you saw the sign up for the Trans Am thing? Remember that? Mm-hmm. Okay. So it's a truck stop style, which is it's a good spot. They haven't had a truck stop there since one that was across the street where the big trucker burger sign is now. The only thing about this one that's different than the truck stop across the street is technology, and this one doesn't have a condom machine in the bathroom. But anyway, so I order my burger, I hear the bag crinkling, so I go up, get the burger. Dude, I should have taken a picture of it. Yes, I know exactly. It's a frozen patty, that's fine. But looks-wise, the toppings were, granted there's a plastic container, so everything was contained. The toppings weren't falling off of the bun. It wasn't a complete and total mess. It tasted great. The bacon was cooked just right. Everything about it for an OnQ hamburger was spot on. I got done, went to the guy and said, dude, I don't know if you know that's not supposed to be as good as it was. And he's like, man, I appreciate that. I said, I watched you put the stuff on the burger. I watched you put it together. When you brought my food to me, he smiled. Dude, when is the last time you went anywhere that wasn't a restaurant? And hell, even a restaurant. Even some restaurants that have, a $500 mimosa on their menu. They don't smile at you when they bring you your food. I said, dude, I know this ain't your dream job. You and I both know it. But I can tell you enjoy what you're doing right now. I said, I just wanted you to know, great job. I don't know where you're going. I don't know what you have planned, but just keep pedaling, dude. He was very gracious, very kind. His name is Chris, by the way. OnQ Grill, 104th and 44. Go see him.
Okay. So, Taste of Choctaw tagged us in a post.
Yeah.
Just now.
Oh,
hang on. What?
I didn't play the song.
War Pigs by Black Sabbath matches up perfectly with Deck the Halls.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Don we now our gay apparel. Join the ancient Yuletide carol. Oh Lord, yeah!
I do wish that he would have did the more up here, like the more Aussie sound. But I dig it. I can dig it.
Now in darkness will stop burning. La 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 la. Ashes red and bodies burning. La 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 la. No more war
Thank you, Cleveland!
This is what, look, that's creative. This is why places are still hiring, because people like this never went back to work and have all the time to put that together. Great job.
Welcome to the shed.
Right on. You know they're doing a sequel to Spinal Tap?
No, that's stupid.
You didn't like the original?
I like the original. There's no way that you do.
I wonder if the next gem is going to spontaneously combust. That movie is so funny. It's so bloody funny. Cushion for the Pushin'. Is that the name of the song? I can't remember now. I think one of their albums was called Break Like the Wind. Is that what it was? Our darkness world stops turning. Ashes where the cigarettes were burning. But you have to change the words because you can't say bodies. No more war pigs dipped in flour. Okay, let's see what we can see here. Do you see what I see? A show written by Harley, and it's on Gmail. It's on Gmail. Said the 49-year-old to the 46. Can you read the damn show? Nothing? Come on, man. Get in with it, dude. We got it on record, not so you can go click, 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 click.
Welcome to the show. Today we're discussing the one in Enid. And later in the show, Tulsa is looking for an artist. I'm Brett.
That's how I'm going to start doing the show from now.
Jewelry is the gift to give.
It's the gift that live and live. The gift you know can't fail at BC Clark Anniversary Sale. Most sales are after Christmas.
Okay.
But Clark's is just before. Come on.
Dude, show.
Prices mark way down. Savings you can't ignore.
Yes, I know that.
At Oklahoma's oldest jeweler. Since when?
1492.
1492.
Since the year 3. The Columbus Jewelry Sale since 1492. British Columbia.
No, I think it's just BC Clark. Guess what? 3, 2, 1.